Hey there, welcome back. Today I'm thrilled to introduce you to something truly extraordinary, an ancient teaching that's about to shake up your reality in ways you never thought possible. Have you ever paused, looked around, and asked yourself, is this all there is to reality? What if I told you that the world you see, the life you live, and the experiences you have are just the surface level of something much deeper, much more profound? Accept curious minds to a journey unlike any other, where ancient wisdom reveals secrets of reality so profound they seem to bend its very fabric. This isn't just history. It's about shattering the glass of our modern perceptions to uncover truths that ancient civilizations have known and lived by. Truths so powerful, yet so overlooked in our fast-paced world. So, are you ready to dive into the depths of understanding that could change the way you see everything? Let's peel back the layers of what we call reality and venture into the ancient teachings that hold the power to transform not just our minds, but our lives. In the bustling chaos of our everyday lives, we are constantly bombarded with stimuli. Our senses work overtime, filtering through information, deciding what's important and what's not, shaping our understanding of reality. But what if I told you that this reality, the one you're living in right now, is merely a fraction of the bigger picture? Imagine for a moment that what we perceive as reality is just the tip of the iceberg. Below the surface lies a vast, unexplored depth of understanding and existence, obscured by the veil of our perceptions. This veil is woven from our beliefs, our societal conditioning, and the narratives we've been told since birth. It's reinforced by our daily routines, the media we consume, and the conversations we engage in. We live our lives within the confines of this veil, rarely questioning its boundaries or what lies beyond it. However, ancient teachings invite us to look deeper, to question the unquestionable, and to see beyond the ordinary. They teach us that our perceptions are not the end-all and be-all of reality, but rather a construct, a filter through which we experience the world. But how did ancient wisdom understand something so complex, something that modern science and psychology are only beginning to unravel? The ancients knew that the mind, with its thoughts and emotions, plays a crucial role in constructing our reality. They realized that by changing our internal landscape, our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, we can change our perception of the outside world. This isn't about denying the physical reality around us, but about recognizing that there is more to life than what meets the eye. It's about understanding that by shifting our focus and changing our mindset, we can uncover a more enriching, more fulfilling existence that transcends our ordinary experiences. The ancient teachings challenge us to lift this veil of perception, to step beyond our conditioned responses and habitual patterns of thinking. They invite us into a world where reality is not fixed and immutable, but fluid and malleable, shaped by our consciousness and awareness. In this world, the limitations we face are often of our own making, and the barriers to understanding and fulfillment are there to be overcome. While we look further into the depths of ancient wisdom, keep this thought in mind. What if the way we perceive the world is only one way of looking at it? What if there are infinite perspectives, each revealing its own version of truth and reality? The journey we're starting on is not just about learning something new. It's about unlearning the familiar, about daring to question and explore what lies beyond the veil of our perceptions. It's about discovering a reality so vast and so profound that it might just bend your perception of what is possible. As we look deeper, let's pause and ask ourselves, what is the foundation upon which ancient teachings rest? Imagine a time when wisdom was not just learned, but lived, where knowledge was not just stored in books, but woven into the very fabric of existence. At the core of these ancient teachings lie principles so simple, yet so profound. They have the power to shift everything you've believed about life, about reality, and about yourself. First, there is the principle of impermanence. Everything around us, every person we meet, every emotion we feel, is in a constant state of flux. Ancient wisdom teaches us that clinging to anything in this ever-changing world only leads to suffering. By grabbing impermanence, we learn to appreciate the present moment, understanding that it, too, will pass. This principle invites us to live more fully, to love more freely, and to let go of the fear that often holds us back. Next, consider the principle of interconnectedness. Unlike the modern view that emphasizes individualism and separation, ancient teachings reveal that everything and everyone is interconnected. Your thoughts, actions, and presence in the world ripple out, affecting others and the environment in ways you may never fully comprehend. This understanding fosters a sense of responsibility and compassion, urging us to consider the impact of our lives on the whole. There's the principle of inner harmony. Ancient wisdom does not see the individual as a battleground of conflicting desires and fears, but as a landscape that can be harmonized. By cultivating inner peace and balance, we can reflect these qualities in our outer world, influencing our relationships, work, and the environment in positive ways. Now, armed with these core principles, how do ancient teachings propose we view reality? Imagine for a moment a reality that is not fixed but fluid, not just observed but experienced deeply, not external but internal as well. In this view, reality is not merely what we see with our eyes or touch with our hands. It's a deeper, more vibrant tapestry of existence, woven from the threads of our perceptions, emotions, and thoughts. Ancient wisdom teaches us that by changing our internal state, by aligning our thoughts with the principles of impermanence, interconnectedness, and inner harmony, we can experience a different, more profound reality. This reality is one where peace, joy, and fulfillment are not fleeting moments to be chased, but constant states of being to be cultivated and maintained. This perspective challenges the modern narrative that happiness comes from external achievements or possessions. Instead, it proposes that true contentment and understanding come from within, from aligning our inner world with the timeless wisdom of the ages. It suggests that by shifting our focus inward and applying these ancient principles to our lives, we can uncover a reality that is richer, more meaningful, and infinitely more satisfying. As we continue on this journey, remember that the teachings we are exploring are not meant to be passively absorbed, but actively lived. The ancient wisdom that once guided civilizations may at first seem distant and abstract, but its principles are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. They offer a blueprint for living that goes beyond the superficial layers of modern life, inviting us to explore the depths of our own being and the fabric of reality itself. In the next part, we will explore how these ancient principles have been applied throughout history, how they can be integrated into our contemporary lives, and the stories of those who have walked this path before us. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the mysteries of ancient wisdom and its power to reshape our understanding of reality. Throughout history, there have been individuals and entire cultures that have not only accepted these ancient teachings, but have also lived by them, demonstrating their timeless relevance and profound impact. Let's take a moment to travel back in time and witness how the principles of impermanence, interconnectedness, and inner harmony have shaped civilizations and guided the lives of some of the most influential figures in history. Consider the Stoics of ancient Greece and Rome, who practiced the art of accepting the present moment as it is, fully accepting the principle of impermanence. They believed in living with virtue, in harmony with nature, and taught that true happiness is found by controlling only what is within our power, our thoughts, and our reactions. Figures like Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, not only led a vast empire, but also left behind meditations that continue to guide us towards inner peace and resilience in the face of adversity. Or look to the East, where Buddhist monks live lives deeply rooted in the principles of interconnectedness and impermanence. Their practices and teachings on mindfulness and compassion illustrate a profound understanding of the interconnected nature of all things and the importance of living in harmony with this truth. These teachings have not only survived thousands of years, but have also begun to be accepted by cultures around the globe, influencing everything from psychology to business. These examples offer a glimpse into how ancient wisdom, has been a guiding light for individuals and cultures, proving that these teachings are not relics of the past, but living, breathing wisdom that continues to offer insights into the nature of reality and how to live harmoniously within it. As we bridge the gap between the ancient and the modern, it's essential to consider how we can apply these timeless principles to our contemporary existence. In a world that often values material success over inner peace, how can we integrate the wisdom of the ages into our daily lives? First, accept the principle of impermanence by practicing mindfulness and presence. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the next thing on our to-do list. However, by slowing down and appreciating the moment, we can find joy and contentment in the simplicity of existence. This could be as straightforward as savoring a cup of coffee in the morning, taking a mindful walk in nature, or simply breathing deeply and being fully present with our loved ones. Next, embody interconnectedness by cultivating compassion and empathy in our interactions. Recognize that your actions and words have a ripple effect, influencing not only your own life, but also those around you and the broader world. Acts of kindness, large and small, contribute to a culture of empathy and understanding, reminding us that we are all part of a larger whole. Foster inner harmony by practicing self-reflection and meditation. In a culture that often promotes constant stimulation and external validation, turning inward can be a revolutionary act. By setting aside time for meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, we can begin to quiet the noise of the external world and listen to the wisdom within. This practice allows us to align our inner state with the principles of ancient wisdom, leading to a life of balance, peace, and fulfillment. In the next sections, we'll share stories from individuals who have applied these ancient principles to their modern lives, illustrating the profound impact of living in accordance with timeless wisdom. These stories will not only inspire but also provide practical insights into how we can start on our own journey towards a more profound understanding of reality, guided by the ancient teachings that have illuminated the path for centuries. As we continue our exploration of ancient wisdom and its relevance in the modern world, we delve into the stories of transformation and insight that arise when these timeless teachings are put into practice. These stories not only illustrate the profound impact of ancient wisdom on individual lives, but also offer inspiration and guidance for those of us seeking to navigate the complexities of contemporary existence with grace and understanding. Before we share these changing stories, it's crucial to acknowledge the challenges and misconceptions that can arise when attempting to integrate ancient wisdom into our lives. In a world vastly different from the one in which these teachings were conceived, it's easy to feel as though these principles are too abstract or removed from the realities of daily life. How can we apply the concept of impermanence in a society that constantly chases permanence through material possessions and social status? How do we accept interconnectedness in a culture that often promotes individualism and competition? There's a common misconception that adopting these teachings requires a complete withdrawal from the world or a rejection of modern advancements. This could not be further from the truth. Ancient wisdom does not call for us to renounce our lives as we know them, but rather to engage with the world more mindfully, compassionately, and intentionally. Overcoming these challenges begins with understanding that ancient wisdom is not a set of rules to follow rigidly, but a guide for living more harmoniously with ourselves and the world around us. It's about finding balance in our lives, recognizing the value of presence, compassion, and self-reflection, and applying these principles in ways that resonate with our personal circumstances and the realities of the modern world. Now let's turn to the stories of those who have walked the path of ancient wisdom and found their lives profoundly changed. These are not tales of ancient sages or mythical heroes, but of ordinary individuals who discovered extraordinary truths. One story is of a high-powered executive who, despite her success, felt an overwhelming sense of emptiness and disconnection. After a period of introspection, she began to apply the principle of impermanence to her understanding of success and failure, seeing them as fleeting moments. in the vast continuum of life. This shift in perspective led her to prioritize relationships and personal well-being over professional accolades, transforming her experience of life into one of deeper satisfaction and connection. Another story comes from a young artist struggling with the competitive and often isolating nature of the art world. By accepting the principle of interconnectedness, he began to see his art as part of a larger conversation, a way to connect with others and contribute to a collective understanding of the human experience. This realization not only enriched his work, but also dissolved the sense of isolation he had felt, opening him up to collaborations that would have been unthinkable before. These stories, and countless others like them, illustrate the changing power of ancient wisdom when applied with intention and understanding. They remind us that, regardless of our circumstances, we all have the capacity to reshape our lives to find greater meaning and to connect more deeply with the world around us. As we come to the end of our journey through ancient wisdom and its application in the modern world, we are reminded that the teachings we have explored are not merely philosophical concepts to be contemplated from a distance. They are practical guides for living, tools for transformation that, when applied, can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the reality in which we live. The ancient teachings invite us to look beyond the surface of our lives, to question the assumptions that bind us, and to accept a more expansive view of reality, one where change is not to be feared, but accepted, where our interconnectedness is a source of strength and compassion, and where inner harmony leads to outer peace. As we close this chapter of our exploration, let it not be the end, but the beginning of your own journey into the depths of ancient wisdom. Let the principles of impermanence, interconnectedness, and inner harmony guide you toward a life of deeper meaning, fulfillment, and connection. And remember, the reality beyond is not a distant realm to be reached, but a truth to be lived, here and now, in each moment, with each breath. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the ancient teachings that bend reality, revealing not only the depth of our existence, but also the height of our potential. May you carry these timeless truths with you, weaving them into the fabric of your daily life, and may they guide you to a reality far beyond anything you've ever imagined.